Hello and welcome back. In this Black Excellist presentation, we will highlight the top 10 richest Black neighborhoods in America.
Welcome to blackexcellist.com, the site where we share Black excellence, opulence, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
When we initially launched the Black Excellist Channel, our very first video highlighted what our research uncovered as the most affluent neighborhoods in the United States for African Americans. These Black communities are ethnic enclaves where the wealthy and highly educated African Americans gravitate to. We have refreshed our US Census data sources to reflect the most current demographics with new income, education, and population statistics. The neighborhoods we found are very diverse, and six-figure incomes are the norm. These are suburbs of major cosmopolitans, where you can enjoy the amenities of a close-knit, safe neighborhood, but also take a short commute to enjoy the attractions of a metropolitan. In this original Black Excellist video, we will be featuring the top 10 richest Black neighborhoods in the United States. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 10, Cedar Hill, Texas, a suburb of Dallas, Texas. Cedar Hill is a city in Dallas and Ellis counties in the state of Texas. It is a suburb of Dallas and is part of the Best Southwest area, located approximately 16 miles southwest of downtown. From the green acres of Cedar Hill State Park to a historic downtown filled with shops, Cedar Hill, Texas creates the right balance between city streets and open spaces. Known as the Hill Country of the Metroplex, Cedar Hill has 22 parks and 4 greenbelts, while residents enjoy the proximity to the expansive Joe Pool Lake. This community enjoys lower housing costs, boasts of quality school districts, hosts a plethora of dining options, and offers a slew of recreational opportunities. We profiled zip code 75104 in Cedar Hill since it is arguably one of the best predominantly Black communities to live in. US Census data demonstrates that its average income is close to six figures at $93,672, and over 52% of its residents are African American. 51% of its residents are college educated, and 71% are homeowners. Dallas County residents hold high-paying jobs and occupations in the fields that range from architecture, engineering, health and medicine, and computer science. Number 9. Randallstown, Maryland, a suburb of Baltimore, Maryland. Randallstown is a safe, welcoming suburb of Baltimore, located just 12 miles northwest of the city. As Maryland's largest city and economic hub, Baltimore is a diverse and colorful city known for its rich history, distinct neighborhoods, beautiful harbor, unique museums, and world-renowned hospitals, including Johns Hopkins Medicine to the east and the University of Maryland Medical Center to the west. Known as Charm City, Baltimore is undergoing a renaissance, moving away from its history as a working-class port town to a dynamic urban center fueled by diverse, innovative economy. Baltimore is also home to 17 colleges and universities and at least 18 major companies and corporations. As the centerpiece of downtown Baltimore, the renovated Inner Harbor is home to the National Aquarium, Maryland Science Center, and dozens of hotels, restaurants, bars, and music venues. We profiled zip code 21133 in Randallstown due to its strong African American population and its six-figure average income. US Census data demonstrates that its average income is $100,000, and 81% of its residents are African American. Almost half of its residents are college educated, and 68% are homeowners. Baltimore County residents hold high-paying jobs and occupations in the fields that range from legal, architecture, engineering, and computer science. Number 8. Stone Mountain Village, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta, Georgia. Stone Mountain is a city located in the eastern part of DeKalb County and is a suburb of Atlanta. It lies near and touches the west base of the geographical formation and vast monolith, Stone Mountain, serving as the gateway to the park. However, locals would like to refer to the city as Stone Mountain Village to help create a distinction between the majority Black town and the park. They are not the same. It's complicated, but there's the park, and there's the city, and then there's the greater Stone Mountain area. The predominantly African-American town is working hard to remove the stigma and bad reputation that overshadows their city. But it's worth pointing out that the residents of Stone Mountain Village have something very positive to build upon, as it looks to rebrand and create a new identity. And that's its close proximity to Atlanta. Atlanta is, well, Atlanta, a booming regional center for the growing and increasingly prosperous New South. Opportunities to soak in some culture are always available with its downtown charm, museum exhibits, local galleries, upscale to casual dining, upscale shopping boutiques, outdoor festivals, nightlife, and so much more. And not to mention, Atlanta is home to dozens of parks and gardens, miles of trails, and an abundance of nature preserves and green amenities. Whatever you're looking for, you will find in the large and energetic cosmopolitan of Atlanta. While the residents of Stone Mountain Village have access to a big city, they are able to operate at a slower pace and focus on family. We profiled zip code 30087 in Stone Mountain Village because its residents have access to the big city of Atlanta, but they are able to also enjoy a life at a slower pace. US Census data demonstrates that its average income is over $107,000, and 62% of its residents are African American. 53% of its residents are college educated, and 78% are homeowners. DeKalb County residents hold high-paying jobs and occupations in fields that range from marketing, legal, and corporate executives. Number 7. Florissant, Missouri, a suburb of St. Louis, Missouri. Florissant is a middle-class second-ring city north of St. Louis in St. Louis County, Missouri, within the greater St. Louis area. St. Louis is one of America's most historic cities and is known as the gateway to the West. St. Louis can be described as a big city with small-town charm. Whether you're looking to be in the heart of downtown or settle in the suburbs, you'll easily be able to find the perfect neighborhood for you and your family. The city's past as a staging post for westward expansion, as an industrial and transportation hub, and as one of the country's musical and baseball capitals, is etched into the city's DNA. After decades of decline, the city is undergoing regeneration that is bringing new jobs and research facilities, revitalizing abandoned industrial land, and attracting tourists. From iconic structures and beautiful architecture to historic metro areas and family-friendly communities, St. Louis may come as a big surprise to many to have made this list. We profiled zip code 63034 in Florissant due to its diversity in home ownership rates. US Census data demonstrates that its average income is almost $110,000, and 58% of its residents are African American. Almost half of its residents are college educated, and an impressive 92% are homeowners. St. Louis County residents hold high-paying jobs and occupations in fields that range from legal, chief executives, and business professionals. Number 6. BloomField, Connecticut, a suburb of Hartford, Connecticut. BloomField is a medium-sized town in Hartford County, located in the northern portion of central Connecticut. It is a suburb of Hartford and is only 15 minutes from downtown. BloomField is one of the most diverse communities in the state. It is a picturesque town, graced with rural beauty, abundant land, quality schools, dynamic commercial building projects, and a highly educated workforce. Residents and visitors value BloomField as a quiet, friendly haven from the capital, but when they want to visit Hartford, they can enjoy its beautiful parks, art museums, historical sites, entertainment, and culinary delights. Hartford is home to one of Connecticut's best-known shopping districts and calls itself one of the best little towns in New England. We profiled zip code 06002 in BloomField since it is one of the most diverse communities in the state. US Census data demonstrates that its average income is $110,000, and 58% of its residents are African American. 44% of its residents are college educated, and 70% are homeowners. Hartford County residents hold high-paying jobs and occupations in the fields that range from legal, management, and computer science.
As an entrepreneur or small business owner, you want to build your business credit and build it fast with no personal guarantee. Divvy can help. Fast, flexible credit for your business that's not tied to your SSN. The Divvy Business Credit Card, a smart card. Apply today, get approved, get money. Click on the link in the description box below.
Number 5. Cambria Heights, New York, a suburb of New York City. Cambria Heights is a middle-class neighborhood in the southeastern portion of the New York City borough of Queens. A visitor's immediate impression of the Cambria Heights neighborhood is of very wide, quiet streets, lined by modest but immaculately kept one-family houses. Cambria Heights is a middle to upper middle class predominantly Black enclave where many West Indians have moved in over the last 15 years. Most new homeowners are young families who move here from other more crowded areas of the city in the quest for a better way of life. Cambria Heights is one of those little enclaves that a lot of people don't know about, and with its proximity to the city, residents literally get to experience the best of both cities. They can immerse themselves in New York's many world-renowned museums and cultural hotspots, from Broadway theaters to the Bronx Zoo. New York City packs more to see and do into one compact area than any other place on earth. And although Cambria Heights is in Queens, all 5 boroughs feature must-see attractions, amazing restaurants, lush parks, and unforgettable experiences in the world's most spectacular city. The neighboring town of Rosedale shares similar demographics, but we chose to profile zip code 11411 in Cambria Heights because we feel like it's a true diamond in the rough. US Census data demonstrates that its average income is almost $120,000, and over 93% of its residents are African American. 39% of its residents are college educated, and 79% are homeowners. Queens residents hold high-paying jobs and occupations in fields that range from computer science, engineering, and medical. Number 4. Olympia Fields, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago, Illinois. Olympia Fields is a village in a south suburb of Chicago in Cook County, Illinois. The municipality grew up around the prestigious Olympia Fields Country Club, originally established in 1915. Olympia Fields is noteworthy as one of the wealthiest and best educated, predominantly African American communities in the United States. Olympia Fields is rich in history and home to award-winning architecture, highly desirable and affordable unique homes, and a sprawling office park. It is the safest, and some argue that it's the most beautiful community in the southern suburbs of Chicago. The newly completed $150 million expansion to Franciscan St. James Hospital, the Olympia Fields Country Club, and proximity to world-class transportation helps this neighborhood remain attractive for young, upwardly mobile families. The village is served by several schools, both public and private, including the Blue Ribbon Award-winning Arcadia School and an award-winning Park District. The region is rich in culture and home to many exceptional art galleries, theater groups, and performing arts centers. And since Chicago is just a short drive away, residents have access to one of America's largest cities with its bold architecture, punctuated skyline, urban attractions, and fascinating museums. We chose to profile 60461 in Olympia Fields for its history, heritage, and impeccable demographics of excellence. US Census data demonstrates that its average income is almost $133,000, and 78% of its residents are African American. 60% of its residents are college educated, and 80% are homeowners. Cook County residents hold high-paying jobs and occupations in fields that range from legal, computer science, management, and engineering. Number 3. Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., formerly known as the District of Columbia, but often just referred to as D.C., is the capital city of the United States. Located on the Potomac River, bordering Maryland and Virginia. It's not only home to our federal government, but it's also home to numerous cultural attractions, including the Smithsonian and other iconic museums and performing arts venues. The DC metro area has the perks of a large urban area with a blossoming restaurant scene, public parks, plenty of nightlife, and other cultural sites. Meanwhile, each neighborhood in the district and its surrounding towns has its own atmosphere. Residents gather for block parties, mingle at dog parks, and converse at coffee shops, creating an ambiance similar to that of a much smaller community. District residents are also big sports fans with their championship-winning teams. Outside the immediate metro area, residents can take advantage of hiking, camping, and boating opportunities in several national parks and outdoor spaces. There are plenty of high-income zip codes in the district, but we profiled zip code 20012, which also borders Silver Spring in Tacoma Park, Maryland. US Census data demonstrates that its median income is $158,255, and over 66% of its residents are African American, 57% of its residents are college educated, and 67% are homeowners. Of course, most of DC's residents hold jobs or contracts with the federal government. DC residents hold high-paying jobs and occupations in fields that range from legal, public administration, law enforcement, and management. Number 2, Baldwin Hills, California, a suburb of Los Angeles, California. Baldwin Hills is a vibrant and upper-middle-class neighborhood within the South Los Angeles region. You may be familiar with the Baldwin Hills Enclave if you've ever watched the reality TV show by the same name that aired on BET from 2007 to 2009. Baldwin Hills is an affluent hillside neighborhood in Los Angeles County and is home to one of the largest middle and upper middle class African American communities in America. With deep roots in art, music, and culture, Baldwin Hills has a tight-knit community, and many of the homeowners have lived there for decades. The star power of famous former and current residents led to it being dubbed the Black Beverly Hills. Although its spectacular and impressive jetliner views are the best of all of LA, the neighborhood has a mix of grand mansions, expensive upscale homes, as well as modest bungalows, all with a hillside perch. Residents enjoy outdoor activities at the nearby Kenneth Hahn State Recreation Area, which has hiking, a Japanese garden, playgrounds, sports fields and courts, and a stocked lake. And not to mention the glitz and glamour of Los Angeles that's just a short drive away. Although its upscale sibling to the south, View Park Windsor Hills is also one of the wealthiest and best educated Black communities in the United States. We chose to profile zip code 90056 in Baldwin Hills for the same reasons and the fact that its home values and average incomes are somewhat higher. US Census data demonstrates that its average income is almost $152,000 and almost 80% of its residents are African American. 63% of its residents are college educated and 63% are homeowners. Los Angeles County residents hold high-paying jobs and occupations in fields that range from broadcasting, physicians, and legal. Number 1, Bowe, Maryland, a suburb of Washington, D.C. Located at the heart of exciting Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, Prince George's County, Maryland, or PG County, is just minutes from downtown D.C. and within easy access to all of the extraordinary amenities of the region and beyond. Prince George's County ushers in the best from our selection of upscale bistros to down-home dining halls. The kaleidoscope of cuisines and wines will surprise you. As the Maryland Blue Crab State, their proximity to the ocean makes for indelible sea-to-table dishes. Prince George's County is also home to some of the region's best-known attractions like Six Flags America, MGM National Harbor Resort Casino, FedEx Field, the University of Maryland, the National Wildlife Visitor Center, the Gaylord National Resort and Convention Center, and the incomparable waterfront destination, National Harbor, located on the Potomac River. There are more than a handful of upscale communities and neighborhoods that fit our criteria in PG County that we will need to dedicate an entire video to affluent neighborhoods in Maryland alone. Neighborhoods such as Brandywine, Cheltenham, Glendale, Clinton, Fort Washington, and Upper Marlboro are all part of the PG County enclave that deserves special attention and acknowledgement. However, we chose to profile zip code 20721 in Bowe because of its high African American population, impressive average income, and college education rates. US Census data demonstrates that its average income is $174,000, and almost 90% of its residents are African American, 60% of its residents are college educated, and 85% are homeowners. PG County residents hold high-paying jobs and occupations in fields that range from computer science, engineering, management, and public administration.
We appreciate the fact that you stayed with us until the end. Thank you for spending time with us, and don't forget to like this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss a video. Bye for now. We will see you tomorrow.